What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and it feels like a yearly tradition at this point to go ahead and at the start of every season try reaching level 100 or 150 or 200 or whatever it might be and telling you guys how I did it. Now typically I try to go for the higher levels, but this time around I thought, you know what, we hit level 100, we completed the main part of the actual battle pass, and to prove, that I haven't purchased like the battle bundle or anything, we can go ahead and show you right here. You can see I can buy all those rewards or whatever else. I don't know if it shows up in the shop anymore because I've already reached level 100, but we can go ahead and go down to I think like bundle areas. Yeah, it's not going to show up or anything. I haven't bought a single tier this season, and I've just kind of grinded the game out. My Fortnite crew actually expires on the 15th, so I was like, might as well try getting all the rewards before it goes away. So in today's YouTube video, I'll be telling you the best way to level up this season. Now, of course, you have all your quests and everything else. For Battle Royale, for example, you have your expertise quests, the daily quests, the milestones, the weekly quests, which I've already done all of those, and then you have stuff that you might have let build up for a while, such as the Spotlight quest over in Fortnite Festival, which can give you a whole nother level and a half. You have the daily quest in Fortnite Festival, you have your Kickstart quest, weekly quests, all that type of stuff is available to you. If you're someone who hasn't played Fortnite Festival in a while, you have stuff in Reload, which I think is just going to be the Squid Games quest if you haven't already done those for whatever reason. Ballistic has a lot of quests. That is one good way of leveling up, is just going through, doing all the quests you have available to you, and grabbing XP that way. However, that wasn't really the focus I went through, and you can kind of tell that by how many quest lines I just don't have completed. Now, the best way of leveling up has always been the same throughout all these videos, and it is Playtime XP. Now, this means you have to be detected as actively playing a mode, even if you do something like rubber band on your controller, or get one of those controllers that automates different inputs or whatever else. Whatever you do, you can actually do in order to make the game think that you're actively playing it, in order to get Playtime XP granted to you every single minute that you're in that experience, with it usually popping up on screen telling you how much you earned every 10 to 15 minutes. However, the XP values have changed, so I went ahead and made the best to worst modes to play for Playtime XP based on ones that actually do have XP granted to your account, and I also put how much they decreased from last season. So firstly, tournaments. The compete tab tournaments over here, which is probably going to be the worst way to try doing these anyways, is the best way to earn XP in Fortnite in terms of playtime, because you get 3,100 XP per minute. This is a 27.91% decrease from last season, where it was originally actually 4,300 XP per minute, but it is the best way of earning XP. Now, of course, the odds of you actually going to a tournament mode and playing it long enough to make it something that you could grind XP for is very low, so the actual best mode is a tie between Creative, Jam Stage, Lego Expeditions. It is a three-way tie. So Creative gives you 2,300 XP per minute, Jam Stage is 2,300 XP per minute, and Lego Expeditions is 2,300 XP per minute, and each of those had a decent decrease from last season. So for creative mode, that is actually a 31.34% decrease from XP last season. Jam Stage is a 40.26% decrease from last season. Lego Fortnite Expeditions is a 31.34% decrease from last season as well. And if you're probably wondering, okay, so sure, creative, UEFN, that type of stuff is the best way to earn XP. How did you go about doing it? What map did you use or whatever else to get level 100? And honestly, I'm going to say this map is one that I've created, and it's one that isn't probably the best for XP. It just goes off of your playtime XP and doesn't factor in any of the other stuff that you could probably get in other maps, like, actual accolades or whatever else. But I just use my 100 players versus nothing map right here. The reason I use this is it's a low end, just black box with nothing really going on that you can just go in, find a way to rubber band your controller in a private match or something like that, and just be in a void. And for some reason, when it comes to creative maps, you can be in there for more than the normal 4 to 5 hour marker. I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but I had times when I went ahead and set this up to AFK while I was asleep, with a little rubber band on my controller and everything, and I woke up like 8 hours later, and I was still in the map, and when I checked my levels, I had entered this map at like level 63-ish, and I was already in like the level 82 area. So it's definitely something that you can get from, AFK and creative maps, but there obviously could be better, maybe more active ways of getting XP as well. The main thing you got to keep in mind is that whenever it comes to maps where it's just like, oh, spray the box or whatever for XP constantly, it usually has to have an additional check to make sure you're moving around so that it gives you playtime XP on top of that. After deciding if you're doing LEGO Expeditions or Creative, however, and with Expeditions, you will have to be in a public lobby. It might be a little bit finicky, but you would be able to just go ahead and be in that base little homeworld area without actually going into a mission or anything. But in number 5, we actually have a two-way tie between LEGO Odyssey and LEGO Brick Life, which each give you 2,250 XP per minute, which on both of those is a 35.25% decrease from last season. Now, LEGO Odyssey was actually what I was using, mainly because of the fact I like going ahead and using, my own private world right here, as you can see, and kind of going about getting the XP like that where no one else is going to bother me. But of course, if you're going for the LEGO modes, stuff like the Jam Stage or LEGO Expeditions, I know Jam Stage isn't a LEGO mode, is a little bit more rewarding than LEGO Odyssey or Brick Life itself. After that, in 7th place, we have Ballistic, which gives you 1,750 XP per minute, which is a 40.68% decrease from last season. In 9th place, we have Reload, which gives you 1,200 XP per minute, which is a 48.94% decrease from last season. And then Blitz gives you only 900 XP per minute, which is a 57.14% decrease compared to last season. In terms of all the other modes, such as OG and BR and Fortnite Festival Main Stage or Battle Stage, Playtime XP has been removed in there. So Fortnite Festival kind of had some Playtime XP going on. Battle Royale had it originally and OG had it, but now all three of those modes no longer grant you XP based on Playtime, so they're not really that effective in leveling up in. Now, I have played some Battle Royale last night with some friends and everything else, and I noticed that I was like going from level 99, and then you would play like 5-10 matches, and maybe you would go up one level to 100 or 101, right? So it was interesting to see how slow XP can actually be in Battle Royale, OG, Festival, Main Stage, or Battle Stage, compared to just AFKing somehow in UEFN maps and then a LEGO map, or the Jam Stage or something like that. And it's definitely something that I wonder if they're going to buff later down the line. But if you're curious how I got to level 100 in like the first 3 days or however long it's been of Chapter 6 Season 4, then that's how I did it. I just went ahead and used two things. I used LEGO Fortnite Expeditions for some XP in my own little world, and then I used 100 players versus nothing, which is my own creative map, for some extra XP as well, because there is no like kicking feature for some reason with the map or something. I don't know if it's just bug with mine or whatever, and you're able to just kind of grind as long as you can set up a way to AFK with like your controller or something, or whatever else you might be able to do that, and you just kind of let it run. Now, personally for me, I have a laptop that I just kind of like sat it on, set it and forgot it, so I could go ahead and continue playing games like the Battlefield 6 beta and everything while it was going, so I did have a little bit more privilege than maybe some other people to have it on a side thing and not have to worry about it. But if you have some free time, you're going to go out or something, or you just don't want to play on a computer or Xbox or whatever it might be at that time, you can set up a little bit of an AFK thing somehow, make sure it's gaining XP, go do your thing, come back and enjoy a lot of free levels. And of course, as the season progresses, we're going to be getting those super level variants, and of course you need to get the bonus rewards over here on this page, such as the different skin variants and everything else, plus whatever this mystery reward that is a bonus one that will be added on August 26th is, which most likely is the new companions feature, which I have my own topic about that, right? I don't like the companions feature personally, but of course, if you want to unlock everything, you got to make sure to start grinding out that XP, especially when the XP is a little bit slower this season. Like, the only other person I've seen be around my level on my friends list has been one person who grinds Save the World nonstop. They have like a whole entire endurance setup and everything, and then another person who does the same thing I do, creative mode and LEGO Fortnite Odyssey and that type of stuff. Now, of course, they, I think, use some different creative maps that give a little bit more XP based on, like actually AFKing in certain areas or whatever. So, there's probably better maps out there to combine with, my method of leveling up, but I thought this would give you a little bit of a guide on how I reached level 100, and hopefully you can do the same thing. Now, I know that the method doesn't really change from season to season, but it does still give you a little bit of an update on like, here's the best modes, here's the worst modes for XP, and of course any modes I haven't mentioned in this video don't have Playtime XP at all. So until next time, hope champs and champions enjoyed the video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.